here because the outside world rejects you.
Hey, what's up everyone? Before we get started on this Turtle Profiles video, I'm going to start mixing some other characters in this series besides the Turtles. So let me know down below in the comments what character other than the Turtles you would like to see a Turtle Profile video on. Right down there. Just go ahead, leave a comment letting me know who you want to see one done on, and maybe it'll be the next one. Alright, let's get started. Hey, what's up everyone? Today we're going to take a deep dive into an interesting version of the Raphael character, specifically Raphael from the 1997 show Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. We're going to take a look at what the character went through, his design, the people behind the suit, and more, so buckle up, grab a slice of pizza, and dive into the sewer because we're about to dive into another Turtle Profile. Raphael is the first out of the brothers that we get to see in this show. He is getting on his motorcycle as he leaves the den. One of the funniest things about this version of Raph, and it probably wasn't on purpose, is when he's riding the bike, you can see that his mouth was always propped wide open so that the driver could see where he's going. Unintentionally, this looks hilarious. It's mentioned early on in the show that Splinter disapproves of him, quote-unquote, tooling around on the streets on this howling machine, as the turtles are supposed to be stealthy and ninja-like. Early on in the series, it is also mentioned that this Raphael and his brothers are close to being 18 years old, which if you consider this in continuation with the original trilogy, it is 3 years removed from the original film where it is stated they are 15 years old. You can tell from the get-go that this Raphael has the brotherly rivalry with Leonardo as he does in other versions of the Turtles. There's a whole episode towards the tail end of the show that's dedicated to it. Just like Raphael before and after this Raphael is quick to battle, even going on his own to fight the Dragon Lord when they first start dealing with him, which ends up getting him jumped by the rank as he doesn't have any backup. Now, although it is not as obvious as Leonardo's crush on Venus, there are a few small signs that Raph has a crush on her as well. At one point, he can be seen drawing an image of both of them on a motorcycle together as she holds on to him. Maybe it's just my imagination, and it's just an innocent drawing of the two. This Raph is a fan of Batman, as in one of the episodes you can see him arguing with Michelangelo that Batman could beat up Superman in a fight. Like his brothers, this Raphael was cloned in one of the episodes. This clone actually corners Donatello in the sewers and beats him up. In a later episode, Raphael is also poisoned with a dart that makes him turn on Mikey and start fighting with him as well. If you look back at the series, Raph is seen throughout it doing some type of combat with all of the turtles actually, either in sparring or situations like this, which I thought was pretty interesting. Let's talk about the design of this Raphael for a little bit. The headband has a torn up style. I imagine this was to portray that he's the angry one, the hothead, the bad boy, if you will. He's wearing a diagonal strap, which I always thought was kind of weird. It's usually just Donatello and Leonardo with diagonal straps, considering their type of weapons that they carry. The strap has a buckle on it with his initial, which is reminiscent of the old 1987 Ninja Turtles cartoon, which had the Ninja Turtles sporting initial buckles as well. The body is muscular, and the green seems kind of pale compared to the original movie's turtle suits. The chest part of the shell is a unique design. The panels are curvy and they overlap, and it was quite an interesting change after the original trilogy, which this Raphael is sort of a continuation of, depending on who you ask, as he does live in the same subway station that they found in Secret of the Ooze and that they live in Ninja Turtles 3. Continuing with his design, he has matching color knee and elbow pads and bandage tape on his forearms and calves. I always thought the drawn versions of this design looked pretty neat. It's a shame that it didn't translate as cool in live action. The turtle suit was done by the Kyoto brothers. They did Critters as well, which is kind of funny because it's the movie Raphael was watching in the 1990 Ninja Turtles movie. Old photos of the suits in the early stages of development can be found on what's now the old Ninja Turtles website. Now, speaking of the suits, what do they look like now? Well, there's not too many I could find out there, but there were a few. This is one of them here from yourprops.com. it says the animatronic skin, and it reads below, "This is the original Raphael mask used in the TV series Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation." Next, also on yourprops.com, they have this Raphael suit from the show. It says costume without head until now. Now, I don't know what that means, but there is no head on the image here, but you can see the bodysuit, and it's actually in pretty good condition compared to how the original trilogy suits ended up looking. Remember those? Well, this next one kind of matches it in creepiness. This is over here on worthpoint.com. Images of what is believed to be a Raphael head appears to be shown. Looks like the mask has been lost and a black mask has been put on instead. Pretty creepy. There's also another image of one of the heads over on the site originalscreenuse.com. You can see images of this old Raphael head that appears to have been on eBay at some point. It's no longer up for sale, but there's a website archived the images of the listing. When it comes to his weapons, this Raphael still rocks the sai, but they don't appear to have handle wraps on it, and it looks kind of strange as the whole weapon has this shiny metal appearance all throughout the weapon. Also, he can be seen at times connecting the two sai at the handles, creating almost a bow-like weapon with sais at the end of them. Like other live-action suit turtles, the characters are played by a couple different people, someone inside of the suit performing the actions, and someone else doing the voiceover. In the Raphael suit, credited as the main actor is Michelle Lee Yun. Michelle has also been in movies like Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, and Watchmen, doing stunts in both. Speaking of stunts, this Raphael had a suit stunt double named Dean Cho, who also did stunts in the Watchmen movie and also the X-Men movies, and more recently is credited as the stunt coordinator in DC's Legends of Tomorrow. Now, funny story about the person that voiced Raphael in this version. Come to find out, the person is the actor that played the same turtle, Raphael, inside the suit in the third Ninja Turtles movie, and that actor is Matt Hill. So he got to play him in the suit in the old movies, and he got to voice the same character in this show. Matt is also known for voicing the character of Ed, the one with one D, in Ed, Edd n Eddy. One of the biggest highlights for this Raphael and his brothers is the time he met the Power Rangers in the 1998 Power Rangers in Space episode titled Shell Shocked, where at first Raphael and his brothers get mind controlled by one of the Power Rangers villains. This causes him and the other turtles to be at odds with the Rangers for a bit, but they eventually snap out of it and join forces with the Rangers, defeating the enemy. At the end of the episode, you can see Raphael in space riding one of the Power Rangers Galaxy gliders. Now, shortly after this episode, the Next Mutation show was reaching the end of its run. The last thing Raphael does in the show is when they're looking for Venus because they think the Dragon Lord and the Rank have taken her, Raphael says, "Why don't we attack the Dragon Lord's lair?" Leonardo immediately shoots this down, but shortly after, Venus shows up, having got away from the Rank herself, and Raph joins her and his brothers as they go back to the den for some pizza. Hey, did you like this turtle profile? Well, subscribe today because more are coming, along with other stuff like Turtles updates and news and other videos on the Green Machine. You're not going to want to miss out. But that's it for this profile video. Thanks everyone for watching. Leave your comments down below of any turtle profiles you would like to see, and I will see you in a little bit with another video. Take care. Hey Turtle fans, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to follow me on all the social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's a good way to stay in touch with the channel. And also, if you want, go ahead and give the video a share on your social media platforms, Reddit, Twitter, all that stuff. And let's spread Turtle Mania to the world. Once again, thanks everyone for watching. It really does mean a lot.
Pizza dude's got 30 seconds.